Hi everyone, and welcome to another video from DisplayRepair.com. In this video we'll be talking about the most common reasons for a check engine light on a Skoda Fabia. We're going to show this on a Fabia Mark I with a petrol engine, namely the 1.4 16 valve 100 brake horsepower engine. But some of these reasons can be applied to other Fabias with different engines as well as on other Skoda models. So stay tuned. DisplayRepair.com. Be sure to visit us at our website DisplayRepair.com, where you can find more useful car and driving tips. If you have a check engine problem with a different car, we recommend watching our video about some of the most common reasons for the check engine light. Here you can see some broader reasons for this problem. You can view it by clicking on the card in the corner of this video or on the link in the description. Before you start any kind of inspection, consider the quality of fuel you're using. A bad batch of fuel will easily trigger the check engine light. This goes double for petrol engines, which are especially sensitive to fuel quality. If you have doubts about the quality of fuel you're using, try changing the gas station for some time and see if there's any difference. A loose or faulty gas tank cap is a common cause of the check engine light not only on Skodas. Lots of times it may be left loose after pouring gas. Besides this, the rubber gasket on the cap may get stiff and brittle, causing an air leak. If you notice this and suspect this is the problem, best buy a new one and replace it. Damaged parts of the air intake system like air hoses, air ducts, loose or broken clamps, loose connections and else will cause the check engine light to come up. All of them must be properly mounted, tightened and made sure that they are not cracked or damaged. If they are, you'll have an air leak on your hands which will affect the air-fuel mixture, triggering the check engine light. With the engine we're showing here, an air leak can be caused by the airbox since it has the dual purpose of an air duct and air filter housing. Worth checking is the rubber seal that goes on the throttle body, the hose on the side, and that the air filter housing is properly tightened. Also, the flap inside this airbox that regulates hot and cold air can get stuck and disrupt the airflow. We've made a separate video about how to solve this problem with the flap. If you want to see it, click on the card in the corner to watch the video. While you're checking the air intake, you can take a look at the throttle body. Check for filth and soot deposits. If it's really filthy, then you may have probably found the reason for the check engine light. Besides this, a dirty throttle body may also trigger the EPC light and cause the car to stall. So even if it doesn't cause the check engine light, you should clean the throttle body if it's in a bad condition. To see how to clean a throttle body without taking it off the engine, click on the card in the corner to see the video. A bad PCV valve is a more rare cause of problems, but is nevertheless worth checking. The PCV valve, or positive crankcase ventilation valve on Skodas, is pretty durable and lasts for a long time. The more common issue that will trigger a check engine light is a clogged hose from the PCV valve to the throttle body. For a more thorough explanation about PCV valve problems on the Skoda Fabia, click on the link to watch a separate video on that topic. The temperature sensor is a known cause for the check engine light not only on Skodas but also on the other same generation Volkswagen Group cars. Another telltale sign that this may be the problem is when the temperature gauge isn't working properly or isn't working at all. Besides the sensor, you can check the wiring loom that goes to the sensor. In this case, it's pretty tight, so the wires, as they get brittle over time, may snap. If you suspect that the oxygen sensor, also known as the O2 sensor or lambda sensor, is faulty, you should know one important thing since it's pretty expensive to replace. It is rarely the actual cause of problems and it is falsely accused for causing the problem, so to say. Even if you get an OBD code stating that the O2 sensor is the problem, double check. Know that any other kind of less harmful problem, like bad fuel quality, a cracked air hose, bad connection, loose clamp, or else that disrupts the air-fuel mixture ratio, may give an error code for a faulty oxygen sensor. Regarding the EGR valve, it is a more common problem on diesel engines, especially where the fuel quality is low. It gets clogged and jammed over time. Another thing you can check that is often disregarded, not only on Skodas but other same generation Volkswagen Group cars, is the hose going from the throttle body to the brake servo. Since it's made out of a more plastic-like material, it can get brittle over time and crack. Check that all the connections are proper and tight and that the hose isn't cracked or damaged anywhere. A bad coil pack will cause the check engine light to come up. Besides this, if the coil pack is the problem, you may experience rough idling, stalling, misfires, or else. Worth checking are the connections and wiring looms to the coil packs, as they are constantly exposed to heat. Also, check when you changed the spark plugs the last time. Worn out spark plugs will also cause problems. While you're checking, take a look at the electrical connections and connectors, especially the ones on the throttle body, coil packs, injectors, PCV valve, and else. It's a really rare cause of problems, but you can have it in mind. For the last and really rare reason for the check engine light, and that is problems with the fuel intake system. It's rare since the whole system on the Skoda Fabia, like on other Skodas, is really well made. Parts that may cause problems are faulty injectors, but also a clogged fuel filter, an air leak on the fuel tank system, or generally any other fault that may disrupt the air-fuel mixture. To conclude this video with perhaps the most important information regarding the check engine light problem on the Skoda Fabia, and this is from personal experience. The check engine light is, in the majority of cases, caused by a disturbance in the air-fuel mixture. The causes are, again from personal experience, mostly harmless, pretty easy to repair, but oftentimes difficult to pinpoint and find. Also note that the Skoda Fabia is a well-built car made with quality components, so seldom do any of the vital and expensive parts cause the check engine problem. So when you see the check engine light on the dash, first check for more harmless reasons like the gas tank cap or some sort of air leak. Of course, replace what you have to, but don't go head over heels changing parts because you can easily end up making expensive and unnecessary repairs. So that's it for this time. We hope the video helps. Please like and subscribe, it's a huge help for what we're doing. Thanks for watching and thanks for your time.